Hello everyone, this is Al Red Sox Fan coming to you from Al Red Sox Fan YouTube channel. Hope all is well. We're going to bring you some Strat-O-Matic baseball card and dice 1965 World Series Retro Replay. Dodgers versus the Twins, Game 1. We're using Basic. Again, Strat-O-Matic card and dice Basic. Let's get to the starting lineups and roll some baseball. For the visiting National League champions, the Los Angeles Dodgers, leading off, playing shortstop, Maury Wills. Batting second, playing third base, Jim Gilliam. Batting third, the center fielder, Willie Davis. Batting in the cleanup spot, Ron Fairley, and he's in right field. Batting fifth in left field, Lou Johnson. Batting sixth at second base, once I get the cards apart, Jim Lefevre. Batting seventh, the first baseman, Wes Parker. Batting eighth, doing the catching, Johnny Roseboro. Batting ninth, doing the pitching, Don Drysdale. Don Drysdale will be up on the bump for the Dodgers, 23-12 with a 2.78 earned run average. For the home team, the Minnesota Twins, the American League champions, leading off playing shortstop, Zolio Varales. Batting second, playing left field, Sandy Valdespino. In right field, batting third, Tony Oliva. The cleanup hitter playing third base, Harmon Killebrew. Batting fifth in center field, Jimmy Hall. At first base, batting sixth, Don Mincher. Batting seventh, doing the catching, Earl Batty. Playing second base, batting eighth, Frank Quilici. Doing the pitching and batting ninth, Mudcat Grant. Mudcat Grant had a record of 21-7 with a 3.30 earned run average. Once again, 1965 World Series Retro Replay. Strat-O-Matic baseball card and dice Basic. And we're going to roll some dice shortly at the ballpark here in Minnesota. We have the OG, the original Grognard. Check out that wonderful military strategy channel. Also, Captain Carl 8 McGill. Hello, Bob. How you doing? He says, good evening / good morning, Al and OG. All right, so here comes Maury Wills to lead things off for the Dodgers. He's a AAA stealer, tremendous stealing threat. Batted .286, no homers, 7 triples, and 14 doubles. Mudcat Grant on the mound. Here's the pitch to Maury Wills. They want to keep Wills off the base paths. Game 1 on its way. That's a 6 and a 3 off the Grant card. Fly ball right field. Oliva's in right's a 2 defender, and that's an 18, a 2-18. And Oliva will make the catch. 1 down. As he moved back to the corner. So Maury Wills flies out to right, and there's 1 away. Jim Gilliam steps to the plate, the third baseman for the Dodgers in 1965, batted .280, 4 homers, 4 triples, and 19 doubles. Grant gets the sign from Batty. He deals to Jim Gilliam. 2-6 off the Gilliam card. 2-6, and that's a single. So Gilliam singles to center. 1 out, 1 on. B base stealer. Batty is a defensive catcher rating of a 2. So his hold factor is -3. The same with Johnny Roseborough. Double check that. Yep. All right. So Gilliam, a B base stealer. He'll stay put. That will bring Willie Davis to the plate, the center fielder who batted .238, 10 homers, 3 triples, 24 doubles. The Dodgers win the National League via pitching, defense, and speed. Gilliam being held on. Here's the pitch to Willie Davis. 2-9 off the Davis card. 2-9, swing and a miss. So Mudcat Grant picks up his first K on the 2-9. Gilliam will be off on contact. They will continue to hold him on, so he'll go +1, as he'll be 1 through 15 on the base paths. Here's Ron Fairley. Fairley, the right fielder. .274, 9 homers, 1 triple, and 28 doubles. Mudcat Grant, he's ready. The pitch homeward bound to Ron Fairley. 1-10 off the Fairley card. 1-10. And that ball's hit deep to center field. Racing back. Leaping but not making the catch is Hall. And that's going to roll to the wall. That will be a double on the 1-10. And they're going to wave Gilliam around. With 2 outs, he was being held on, so it's a +1, 1 through 15. Here's the relay throw. Can they get him at the plate? 16 or higher, he is out. It's a 5. He scores easily. And the Dodgers take a 1-0 lead on the 2-out double by Fairley. So he picks up an RBI, and it's 1-0 Dodgers. Hall made a leaping attempt at it when he was racing back, but he could not get to it. So Fairley stands at second with 2 outs. Poor base runner, only a 1 through 12. And here's Lou Johnson. Johnson, the left fielder, batted .259, 12 homers, 1 triple, and 24 doubles. The pitch to Johnson. Fairley will be off on contact. Shoot, that move. Reroll the 20-sided die, 16. 5-8, 5-8 off the Mudcat Grant card. 5-8, and a 16. Boom goes the ball, and Lou Johnson will touch them all. So a 1 through 17 was a home run. We rolled a 16 on the 3-8. On the 5-8, excuse me. On the 5-8. And it's 3-0 Dodgers. So they're getting to Mudcat Grant quite quickly. A 2-run blast. All coming with 2 outs. The double and now the 2-run homer. And it's 3-0 Dodgers. Don Drysdale will have the lead when he comes up on the bump. Stepping to the plate, second baseman Jimmy Lefevre. .250, 12 homers, 4 triples, and 21 doubles. Mudcat Grant did allow 34 home runs in the regular season. Here's the pitch of Jimmy Lefevre. 2-7 off the Lefevre card. 2-7, ground ball to short. Virales is up with it. He throws to first, and the side is retired. But the Dodgers strike 3 times. A double, knocking in a run, then a 2-run homer by Lou Johnson. We go to the bottom of the first. 3-0 Dodgers, Game 1, 1965 World Series retro replay using Strat-O-Matic Basic, Card&Dice. Due up for the Twins, Virales, Valdespino, and Oliva to face Don Drysdale. Drysdale towing the rubber for the Dodgers here in Game 1 with a 3-0 lead. Let's see if he can take down the Twins. 1, 2, 3. Zolio Virales, .273, 19 homers, 12 triples, and 45 doubles. The pitch to Virales from Drysdale. 3-6. 3-6 off the Virales card. 3-6. Swing and a miss. Drysdale gets him with the high heat. 1 down. Now bring up to the plate as these cards are just sticking together. Sandy Valdespino. Valdespino, the left fielder. in 1965, batted .261, 1 homer, 2 triples, and 8 doubles. Drysdale picks up the sign from Roseboro. He deals to Val Despino. 3-9 off the Val Despino card. 3-9, fly ball to right field going back. On it is Fairley. He makes the catch, 2 down. So with 2 outs, bases empty, here comes the right fielder, Tony Oliva. 321, 16 homers, 5 triples, and 40 doubles. Harmon Killebrew on deck. Drysdale nods his head. He kicks and fires to Oliva. 5-5 off the Drysdale card. 5-5. He jammed and popped up. Third base side. Gilliam makes the catch, and the side is retired. 1-2-3 go the Twins. Top of the second, 3-0 Dodgers. Game 1. Retro replay, 1965 World Series. Basic Strat-O-Matic, Card&Dice. Due up for the Dodgers in the second. Parker, Roseboro, and the pitcher, Don Drysdale. Here's Wes Parker, the first baseman, 238, 8 home runs, 7 triples, and 24 doubles. Mudcat Grant was roughed up for 3 runs in the top of the first. Here's the pitch to Wes Parker. 5-11. 5-11. Swing and a miss! Breaking pitch. Drops off the table. Mudcat Grant's second strikeout. 1 out. Top of the second. 3-0 Dodgers. Here's Johnny Roseboro. Johnny Roseboro, the Dodger catcher in 65, 233, 8 homers, no triples, and 10 doubles. Batty sets the target. The pitch to his counterpart, Johnny Roseboro. 4-5 off the Mudcat Grant card. 4-5, another strikeout. Caught him looking, painted the outside corner knee high with the fastball. That'll bring up Don Drysdale. Let's see what Don Drysdale can do at the plate. Pretty good hitting pitcher. Using pitcher's hitting card number 4. Mudcat Grant deals to his counterpart, Don Drysdale. 5-10. 5-10. And Drysdale smacks one down the left field line. And he will have a 2-out double on the 5-10 off the Mudcat Grant card. So Drysdale doubles. He's at second. Poor base runner, 1 through 10. They will not hold him on, so he will be a 1 through 12 with 2 outs. And here's Maury Wills. He flew out to right. Drysdale takes a slight lead. Mudcat Grant looks in, nods his head. The windup and the pitch to Maury Wills. 3-6, 3-6, 3-6 singles! So Maury Wills singles to center. Drysdale 1 through 12. They're going to wave him around. Here's the play and the throw from Hall to the plate. It's a 10 and Drysdale scores. Maury Wills will pick up an RBI. So the 2-out double by the pitcher produces fruit, and it's 4-0 Dodgers. Maury Wills definitely a threat to run. AAA base stealer. And no deduction for Maury Wills being a AAA base stealer. So the -3 by Batty does not affect him because he's a AAA base stealer. He's going to try to steal second, 1 through 17. Here's the throw down. It's a 4. He easily steals second. So he's in scoring position with 2 outs. 4-0 Dodgers. To steal third, 1 through 11, they'll hold him. Not going to steal third. 2 outs. Here's Jim Gillian. He singled and scored a run in the first. Mudcat Grant on the ropes. Dodgers looking to KO the Mudcat. He deals to Jim Gilliam. 5-5. 5-5. Ground ball slowly hit the second. Up with it is Quilici. He throws to Minchner. And the side is retired. But the Dodgers tack on another run. As we go to the bottom of the second, 4-0 Dodgers. Drysdale catching a breather in the dugout after his double, and then he scored on the Maurice Wills single. Due up in the bottom of the second for the Twins, Killebrew, Hall, and Mincher. Hammer and Harmon, Killebrew, third baseman. 269, 25 homers, 1 triple, 16 doubles. Twins need to get their bats going against Don Drysdale. Here's the pitch from Drysdale to Killebrew. 2s across the board, 2-4. 2-4, ground ball to third. Up with it is Gilliam. He throws to Parker at first, 1 down. 5-3 if you're scoring at home. Jim Hall comes to the plate, the Twins center fielder. 285, 20 homers, 4 triples, and 25 doubles. Roseboro wiggles the fingers, sets the target. The pitch to Jimmy Hall. 4-10, 4-10, 4-10. This play will be for Johnny Roseboro. Roseboro's a 2 defender against a 6 on the 20-sided die. So a 2 and a 6. A slow number out in front of the plate. Roseboro pounces on it, throws to Parker, 2 down. So Drysdale's in a zone as Hall is retired. 2 outs, base is empty. And here comes the Twins' first baseman, Don Mincher. I have a bad habit of calling him Minchner. It's M-I-N-C-H-E-R, so I believe it's Mincher. 251, 22 homers, 3 triples, and 17 doubles. Drysdale looking to retire 6 Twinkies in a row. He rocks and fires to Don Mincher. 2-7, 2-7, swing and a miss. He chased the high heat. Drysdale struck out 2. He's retired 6 in a row. We go to the top of the third, 4-0 Dodgers. Here, Game 1, 1965 World Series Retro Replay using Strat-O-Matic Baseball, Card&Dice Basic. The Dodgers will send to the plate in the top of the third Davis, Fairley, and Lou Johnson. Willie Davis struck out in his first plate appearance. Mudcat Grant trying to get a goose egg up in the top of the third. Dodgers up 4-0. Here's the pitch to Willie Davis, center fielder. 5-8, 5-8. Swing! And that ball is driven deep down the left field line and gone! As the 20-sided die was a 5, 1 through 17 is a homer. So once again, a 5-8, a home run off the Mudcat Grant card. And it's 5-0 Dodgers. Holy cow. In reality, Mudcat Grant would go the distance. I don't think that's happening here in our retro replay. It's 5-0 Dodgers on the Willie Davis blast. 2 homers coming off the Mudcat Grant card. Here's Ron Fairley. Fairley doubled, knocked in a run, and scored ahead of the Lou Johnson 2-run homer. Batty has a word with Mudcat Grant. Some bullpen action for the Twins now. Batty back behind the plate, sets the target. The pitch to Ron Fairley. 1-5, 1-5. And that's a single to right center field. Mudcat Grant fooling no one. Fairley's now 2 for 2. He has doubled and singled. And bullpen action starting to heat up quickly for the Twins here in Minnesota. Here's Lou Johnson, hit a 2-run homer his first time up. Mudcat Grant looking for the double play ball. Takes a deep breath. The pitch to Lou Johnson. 6-8. 6-8. Fly ball. Left field. Going back on it is the left fielder, Valdespino. He makes the catch. And retreating back to first is Fairley. So there's 1 out. Fairley at first. 5-0 Dodgers. Top of the third. That'll bring up the second baseman, Jimmy Lefevre. He grounded to short. Mudcat deals quickly to Lefevre. 6-4 to Jimmy Lefevre. 6, 4, and that's a single. Single. They were not holding on fairly. 1 through 12 base runner. 1 through 13. He's going to try to go first to third. Here's the throw from Hall. And it's an 18. He is gunned out at third base. Applying the tag was Killebrew. So the Dodgers have been running to great success, and it came to an end with Ron Fairley being thrown out at third by Hall. So he's out 8-5. There's 2 outs now. Lefevre's still at first. And now I'll bring up the first baseman, Wes Parker, who struck out in his first plate appearance. Parker awaits the Mudcat grand offering. Pitch homeward bound to Parker. 1-12. 1-12. Ground ball to first. Mincher has it. Underhand toss to Grant, and the side is retired. But the Dodgers tack up another one on the solo blast by Davis. 5-0 as we go to the bottom of the third. Due up for the Dodgers, for the Twins, Beatty, Quilici, and Grant. Might see a pinch hitter for Grant. So here's Earl Beatty, the Twins catcher, 297, 6 homers, 2 triples, and 22 doubles. Drysdale has retired 6 straight Dodgers. The pitch to Batty. 3-4. 3-4. Ground ball to short. Up with it is Wills. He throws to Parker. 7 Dodgers retired. That will bring up Frank Quilici, the second baseman. He's in there for his glove, not his stick. He only batted .208, no home runs, 1 triple, and 5 doubles. Drysdale looking to retire 7 Dodgers in a row. The windup and the pitch to Quilici. 4-6. 4-6. Swing and a miss! Blows the fastball by Quilici. 3 strikeouts for Drysdale. Mudcat Grant will hit for himself. They don't want to go to the pen here in the third. Off the pitcher's hitting card number 2. Drysdale looking for another 1-2-3 inning to end the bottom of the third. He deals to his counterpart, Mudcat Grant. 5-12. 5-12. Ground ball back to Drysdale. He has it. He throws to first, and the side is retired. 9 Dodgers up, 9 Dodgers down. We're through 3, 5-0. Los Angeles Dodgers here in Game 1, 1965 World Series Strat-O-Matic Baseball Basic Card and Dice Retro Replay. Due up for the Dodgers, Roseboro, Drysdale, who doubled and scored, and the top of the order, Maury Wills. Johnny Roseboro, the catcher, struck out against Mudcat Grant. Mudcat has to put up a goose egg here. Here's the pitch to Johnny Roseboro. 6-7. 6-7. Popped up. Third base. Killebrew in foul territory makes the catch, 1 away. Don Drysdale, the pitcher, again, he doubled and scored in his first plate appearance. Mudcat Grant hoping for better success than that. He rocks and deals to Drysdale. 3-7, 3-7, swing and a miss. Got him with a breaking pitch. Mudcat Grant is now struck out 4, so 2 outs, no one on. He's been in trouble with 2 outs. Let's see if he can get a 1-2-3 inning. Maury Wills strides the plate. He's flown to right and had an RBI single. And he's also stolen a base. I forgot to mark that. Stolen base. Grant, again, looking for his first 1-2-3 inning. Nods his head. The pitch to Maury Wills. 4-7. 4-7. Ground ball to second base. The second baseman is Jimmy The second baseman is Quilici for the Twins. He's a 2 defender, and that's a 5. He should make the play on the 2-5. 2-5, he comes up with it, throws to first, and the side is retired. So Mudcat Grant and the Twins finally put up a goose egg in the top of the 4th. We go to the bottom of the 4th, 5-0 Dodgers. Due up for the Twins, top of the order, Zolio Virales, then Val Despino, and Tony Oliva. Dodgers do not have a hit yet. Drysdale has retired 9 in a row. Here's the pitch to Zolio Virales, who struck out his first time up. 1-11. 1-11. Ground ball to second. Lefevre has it. Throws to Parker. 10 up and 10 down for Drysdale. Sandy Valdespino, the left fielder, comes to the plate. Flew out to right. Valdespino awaits the Don Drysdale offering. He doesn't have to wait long. Drysdale works quickly, and the red die just jumped. But we have found the red die quite quickly. 1-7. 1-7. Popped up. Third base. Going back on the outfield grass. Waving his arms frantically is Gilliam. He makes the catch. 2 down. As Valdespino pops out to Gilliam. 11 up, 11 down. Here's Tony Oliva. Oliva popped out to third in his first plate appearance. Trying to get the first hit or get on base. No Twin has reached first. Drysdale picks up the sign from Roseboro. He rocks and fires to Tony Oliva. 5-6. 5-6. And a 12. That's a deep fly ball. Left field. Racing back in the corner. Making the leaping catch. He makes the catch as Lou Johnson. And the no-hitter is intact. 12 up, 12 down on the 5-6 off the Drysdale card. 1 through 10 is a double. We rolled a 12, and Lou Johnson makes the leaping catch in the corner. And the no-hitter is intact. We're through 4 here in Minnesota. Game 1, 1965 World Series. Strat-O-Matic Basic, Card&Dice. 5-0 Dodgers. What a catch by Lou Johnson. Due up for the Dodgers in the top of the 5th. Gilliam, Davis, and Fairley. Gilliam is 1 for 2. He singled, scored a run, and grounded to second. Mudcat Grant finally put a goose egg in the 4th. Here's the pitch to Jim Gilliam. 4-5. 4-5. Strike 3 looking. Breaking pitch at the knees, outside corner. Gilliam didn't like the call. Mudcat Grant has struck out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 now. So 1 out, top of the 5th. No one on. 5-0 Dodgers. Willie Davis, center fielder, has struck out and homered. The Mudcat kicks and fires. 3-6. 3-6. Ground ball to third. Killebrew has it. Throws to Mincher. And that's 2 down. On the ground out to third by Davis. Ron Fairley comes to the plate. Second baseman has doubled, knocking in a run, and singled. Was thrown out trying to go first to third on a ball hit by Lefevre in the 3rd. So 2 outs, base is empty. Mudcat Grant trying to put up another goose egg in the top of the 5th after giving up 5 runs in the first 3 innings. He's ready to work. He deals to Ron Fairley. 1-9. 1, 9, and a 6, and that's going to be a double down the right field line. 1 through 15 is a double. We rolled a 6. So Fairley picks up his second double. Mudcat getting close to being yanked. And here's Lou Johnson. Fairley's 3 for 3 now. 2 doubles and a single sandwich between the doubles. Johnson, a home run and a fly out to left. It was a 2-run blast in the top of the first. Again, 5-0 Dodgers looking to add another run or more. The pitch to Lou Johnson with 2 outs. They're holding fairly close at second, so he's only a +1. 4-6. 4-6. He chases the high heat, swing and a miss. So Mudcat Grant gives up the 2-out double, but picks up his 6th strikeout. And Fairley is stranded at second. We go to the bottom of the 5th here in Minnesota. 5-0 Dodgers. The Mudcat has finally settled in. But the 5 runs seem to be too much, as Don Drysdale has faced 12 Dodgers and sent them all down. No hitters still intact, as Lou Johnson robbed Tony Oliva of a double down the left field line. Due up in the bottom of the 5th for the Minnesota Twins, Killebrew, Hall, and Mincher. Harmon, Killebrew grounded to third. Here's the pitch to Hammer and Harmon. 5-7. 5-7. 5-7. Curveball! Swing and a miss! Drysdale has retired 13 in a row. That's his 4th K. And here is Jimmy Hall. Hall grounded out to Drysdale, Roseboro, excuse me. Can he break up this no-hitter? Roseboro goes through the signs. Drysdale, quick nod of the head. The big windup and the pitch to Jimmy Hall. 3-7. 3-7. Fly ball out to right. Fairley's camping. He makes the catch. 2 down. "14 Twins retired in a row by Don Drysdale." Now bring up the first baseman for the Twins, Don Mincher. Mincher was a strikeout victim in the bottom of the 2nd. Drysdale looking for another 1-2-3 inning. He deals quickly to Don Mincher. 4-7. 4-7. Line shot! Over the leaping first baseman, Wes Parker, and there goes the no-hitter. 4-7, single 1 through 7, we rolled a 4. So finally the Twins get someone on, and the fans stand and give Mincher a standing ovation as they go clapping away. So Mincher is at first, 2 outs. Roseboro goes out to have a word with Don Drysdale. Keep him focused. No hitter is gone. And here comes Earl Batty. Batty grounded to short. Twins down 5-0. Trying to get something going here with 2 outs. And Mincher at first. He's a horrible base runner. They will not hold him on. Here's the pitcher, Earl Batty. 1-8. A 1 and an 8. Ground ball to short. Up with it as Wills. He will throw to Parker. And the side is retired. So 5 complete. The Twins have no runs and only 1 hit. Go to the top of the 6th. Due up for the Dodgers, Lefevre, Parker, and Roseboro. With a 5-0 lead, Mudcat Grant back up on the bump. He went the distance in reality and got the win. Jimmy Lefevre, second baseman, is 1 for 2. He's grounded to short and singled. The Mudcat deals to Lefevre. 4-9. 4-9. Shallow fly ball to center. Hall coming in, and he makes the catch. Had a little difficulty with it, but he does make the catch. 1 down. Here in the top of the 6th, 5-0 Dodgers. Here's Wes Parker. Parker's 0 for 2, a strikeout and a ground out to first. The pitch to Parker. 3-5. 3-5. Fly ball to left field. Going back a bit is Valdespino. Makes the catch. 2 down. Parker's now 0 for 3. So there's 2 down. Top of the 6th. No one on for the catcher, Johnny Roseboro. Roseboro struck out and popped out to third. Mudcat Grant takes a deep breath. He rocks and fires. 1-4. 1-4. That is a deep fly ball. Right field. Racing back is Tony Oliva at the wall. He leaps. He bangs into it. He makes the catch. What a play by Oliva. A 1-4. Possible home run 1 through 8. We rolled in 11. It's a deep fly out. And what a catch by Tony O. So Roseboro is now 0 for 3 on the Oliva catch. Go to the bottom of the 6th. Still 5-0 Dodgers. Drysdale pitching a 1-hit shutout. The only Twin to get a hit, Don Mincher, the first baseman. Frank Quilici will be followed by a pinch hitter, as Mudcat Grant's day will be done, as he's given him 6 innings. And then the top of the order, Rosales. So here's Frank Quilici. He's 0 for 1. He struck out. Can Don Drysdale ring him up again? The pitch to Quilici. 4-6. 4-6, and he rings him up again. Rinse and repeat. Swing and a miss on the high cheese. Drysdale now has 5 Ks. So Quilici is gone. We need a pinch hitter for Mudcat Grant. And the pinch hitter will be Bob Allenson. 233, 23 homers, 5 triples, and 14 doubles. The new pitcher, as Mudcat went the distance, so in reality, they didn't bring anyone else in. Maybe go Al Worthington. Will be Al Worthington. So Al Worthington will be the new pitcher. And he is a one-hitter's card, which is good because we have the one-hitter's card out already. So 1 out. Here's Bobby Allenson. Let's see how Drysdale treats the pinch hitter Allenson. Remember, he had 23 home runs in 65. Drysdale, 1-hit shutout to the point. Here's the pitch to Bob Allenson. 2-10. 2-10. Ground ball to short. Wills has it. Throws to first. And that is 2 down, as Allenson is retired. Let's write him in. So he's gone. The new pitcher will be Al Worthington. So Mudcat Grant went 6 innings. He's in line for the loss. Gave up 5 runs. Did settle down through scoreless 4, 5s, and 6. And Al Worthington will come in to pitch. So 2 outs, top of the order for Zolio Virales. He's 0 for 2, a strikeout and a ground out to second. Drysdale, the big windup and pitch to Virales, 4-11. 4-11. 11. Ground ball to short. Maury Wills is a 2 defender, and that's a 17. So a 2 and a 17. Wills backhands it, throws low to first. Parker picks it out of the dirt. And 1, 2, 3 go the Twins. Zolio Varales is now 0 for 3. We're through 6. 5-0 Dodgers. Drysdale pitching a gem, a 1-hit shutout. So, Bob Allenson is done, his pinch hitter. And he grounded to short. The new pitcher is Al Worthington. 1-hitter's card for the pitcher. So Al Worthington, 10-7 in 1965. Through 80 innings, and with a 2.14 earned run average, it'll be his game till the end, unless the Twins rally and we need a pinch hitter. And he'll face Don Drysdale. Drysdale's doubled and scored and struck out. Here's the pitch to the Don from the Worthington. 4-7, 4-7, ground ball, second base. The second baseman for the Twins is Quilici. He's a 2 defender, and that's a 17. So a 2 and a 17. Backhanded play, moving to his left. He pivots and fires to Mincher. And Drysdale's retired 4-3. Double check, 2-17. Drysdale's out. Top of the order, Maury Wills. Wills has flown to right, singled in a run, stolen a base, and grounded to second, so he's 1 for 3. Worthington kicks and fires to Maury Wills. 3-3, what will it be? We shall see. Off the Wills card. 3-3, fly ball to right. It's going to carry a bit. Oliva makes the catch, 2 down. Wills now 1 for 4. So 2 outs, top of the 7th. 5-0 Dodgers. Third baseman Jim Gilliam strides to the plate. He is 1 for 3. He singled and scored, grounded to second, and struck out against then Mudcat Grant. He awaits the Al Worthington offering. Pitch homeward bound to Jim Gilliam. 4-6. 4-6 with a 2, and that is a double. A double to right center field. Making the diving attempt was Oliva, but he doesn't get to it. So a 4-6, a double 1 through 2. We rolled a 2. 3 through 20 would have been a single. So Gilliam picks up his second hit with 2 outs. He's in scoring position. So Al Worthington running into the same trouble as Mudcat Grant. Extra base hits with 2 outs. And here's Willie Davis. Davis was 1 for 3 off Mudcat Grant. Strikeout, a home run, and a ground out to third. Gilliam, 1 through 14 base runner. They're going to hold him close, so it's only a +1, 1 through 50. The pitch to Willie Davis from Al Worthington. 6-5, 6-5. Ground ball slowly hit the second. Quilici comes charging in, handles it quickly, throws to Mincher at first, and the side is retired. Gilliam stranded at second. Another goose egg put up by Twins pitching, but again, they gave up 5 runs in the first 3 innings. We go to the bottom of the 7th. 5-0 Dodgers. Due up for the Twins. They got to get their bats going. They've only gotten 1 hit, and that was from Mincher back in the 5th. It's going to be Val Despino, Tony Oliva, and Harmon Killebrew. Sandy Val Despino's 0 for 2. He's flown to right and popped to third. Drysdale has been in a zone to say the least. He's ready to work. He deals to Val Despino. 2-5. 2-5 fly ball center field. Going back a bit to his left, making the catch is Davis. Another Twinkie retired. 1 down, bottom of the 7th. Tony Oliva steps to the plate. He's 0 for 2. Was robbed of extra bases in his last plate appearance by the leaping catch in the corner by Lou Johnson in left. Prior to that, he popped out to third. The pitch to Tony Oliva. 2-6. 2-6. Swing and a miss. Drysdale challenged him with the heat and blew it by Oliva. And that is Don Drysdale's 6th strikeout. Drysdale throwing a one-hitter. Here's hammering Harmon Killebrew. He hasn't been hammering, and neither have any of the Twins. The one hit, Don Minchner, with 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th. It was a single. The pitch to Killebrew from Drysdale. 3-2, how do you do? 3-2, line shot right at the shortstop, Maury Wills, and down go the Twins. We're through 7. 5-0 Dodgers. Don Drysdale pitching a gem. 1-hit shutout as we go to the top of the 8th. Al Worthington back out on the bump for the Twins. 2nd inning of work. He will face Fairley, Johnson, and Lefevre. Try to keep it a 5-0 game. Ron Fairley is 3 for 3. A double and an RBI. A single, and he was thrown out trying to go first to third by Hall in the 3rd. And then another double, so he's 3 for 3. He needs a triple and a homer for the cycle. The pitch to Fairley. 4-2, how do you do? 4-2, fly ball shallow right. Oliva racing in. And he makes the shoestring catch. What a catch by Tony Oliva. Finally, Ron Fairley's retired. He's now 3 for 4. At the ballpark, Walter Haas. Tough for the Twins to have to face Drysdale and Koufax back-to-back. Yes, you are correct. Now, in reality, again, we're just playing the game for Haas. You know, it's fun to play these games and call all these wonderful names. In reality, as we're going at a pretty good pace here, but let's slow it down for a second. Game 1, the Twins crushed the Dodgers 8-2. Okay. As I have the printout here. Mudcat Grant went 9 innings and only gave up 2 runs. Struck out 5. He did give up a homer, though. So he went the distance and got the win. Drysdale went 2 2/3, gave up 7 runs, but only 3 were earned. And then Reed, Brewer, and Peronowski finished off the game. And again, the Dodgers would get crushed 8-2. If you watched our 64 Strat-O-Matic Card&Dice Basic replay, we had some different games, but at the end, it pretty much came out the same. So, lots of fun. Thank you for joining us here, Walter. Hope you are well. Here comes Lou Johnson. He is 1 for 3. He had a 2-run homer, and then he's flown out and struck out. Worthington deals to Lou Johnson. 3-7. 3-7. Hard hit ball to short. Varales has it. He throws to Mincher, and that is 2 down. Scoring at home 6-3. The Twins fans are just sitting on their hands. Really nothing to cheer for. Maybe they're almost hoping for a no-hitter now, the way the game's going. And here's Jim Lefevre. Lefevre is 1 for 3. He's grounded to short, singled, and flown to center. Worthington picks up the sign from Batty. The pitch to Jim Lefevre. 2-11. 2-11. Hard hit ball to second. Quilici to Mincher. 1-2-3. Go the Dodgers. Go to the bottom of the 8th. 5-0 Dodgers. Twins pitching has settled in, but it seems much too late. Due up for the Twins, and they need to get their bats going. Hall, Mincher, and Batty. Remember, Mincher broke up the no-hitter with 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th with a single. That is the only hit and base runner off Don Drysdale in this game. Drysdale works at a quick pace. The pitch to Jimmy Hall. 4-4. Will it shut the door? 4-4. Swing and a miss. Oh, my Lord. He blows that inside fastball by him. Just tied up Hall. I don't know. I don't know if he thought he could yank it down the left field line. And that is strikeout number 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, strikeout number 7 for Don Drysdale. Sandy Koufax pitches game 2 against Jim Cott. Don Mincher has the only hit and is the only base runner for the Twins in this game. They trail 5-0, 1 out, bottom of the 8th, game 1, 1965. Retro replay of the World Series using Strat-O-Matic Card&Dice Basic. The windup and the pitch to Don Mincher. 1-10. Will he get another hit here? 1-10. Ground ball to third. Gilliam takes it on 2 hops. Fires to Parker, and there are 2 away. Drysdale could throw a 1-hit shutout. That'll bring up the Twins catcher, Earl Batty. Batty is grounded to short twice. Drysdale deals quickly to Batty. 2-5. 2-5, and there's a single. A sharp single to center. Only the second hit off Don Drysdale. Frank Quilici strides to the plate. If he gets on, there will be a pinch hitter for Al Worthington. We've already used Bob Allenson. And I don't have all the exact players, as this is the basic strat set, the old cards, and I don't have all the players who played in the World Series. We'll play it to the best of our ability, but there will be some slight variations when we don't have the players. We don't. Now, if I play it on the PC, I have all these seasons. I have all the 60s and the 70s, some 80s, and some 50s, 30s, so on and so forth. But I have all the 60s and 70s. But I like these playing the basic. It's fun. All right, 2 outs. Batty's at first. They will not hold him on. So it would be they will hold him on with 2 outs. That way he's only a +1. So it's 1 through 9. Here's the pitch of Frank Quilici. He struck out twice, trying to avoid the hat trick you don't want. 5-9. 5-9. He makes contact this time. It's a pop-up. Second base. Waiting for it for the Dodgers is Lefevre. He makes the catch, and the side is retired. Good news for Quilici. He finally makes contact. The bad news is he popped out to end the inning. The Twins do pick up their second hit, but they have still yet to score off Don Drysdale. We go to the top of the 9th. The Dodgers 5. The Twins nothing. And Al Worthington is back up on the bump for the Twins. Worthington so far 2 scoreless innings. He's up first in the bottom of the 9th, so there will be a pinch hitter. Worthington to face Parker, Roseboro, and Don Drysdale. Wes Parker is 0 for 3. A strikeout, a groundout, and a flyout. The pitch from Worthington to Parker, 3-8. 3-8. Line shot to Zolio Varales at short. Great reaction, a step and a dive by Zolio. That's a web gem. Fans give a good cheer there on that defensive effort by their shortstop. So that's 1 out. And here comes the Dodger catcher, Johnny Roseboro. He is 0 for 3. A strikeout, a pop-out, and then a tremendous play by the center fielder Hall to rob Johnny Roseboro of extra bases. And that came in the top of the 6th. Roseboro, Juan Marichal are not on each other's Christmas card list. Here's the pitch to Johnny Roseboro from Worthington. 3-7. 3-7. Line shot right at Quilici at second. So the Dodgers have hit the ball hard, but nothing to show for it. So 2 up, 2 down. And here's Don Drysdale. He has doubled and scored a run, struck out, and grounded to second. Drysdale pitching a gem, to say the least. a 2-hit shutout. Only singles by Mincher and Batty. They are the only 2 base runners. Here's the pitch to Drysdale. 6-8. 6-8. Drysdale drives this ball deep to left. Going back at the track, reaching up and making the catch is Valdespino. So Drysdale gave it a pretty good strike. But Valdespino makes the catch. The side is retired. We go to the bottom of the 9th. Don Drysdale and the Dodgers 3 outs away from taking Game 1 and reversing history. They actually lost Game 1. What did I say? 8-2. But they're looking to reverse history here. And they got a good shot of it. 5-0 Dodgers. Bottom of the 5th. We will have a pinch hitter for Al Worthington. We've already used Bob Allison. Allison. I don't know how to say his name. It looks like Allenson. But it's A-L-L-I. So Allenson, I guess. Very good player. He kills me in Action PC Baseball when I'm playing the Red Sox against him. So we will go with Rich Rollins. Will pinch hit. Try to get things started. Twins have only had 2 base runners. Again, 2 singles. That's it. Mincher and Batty. So it's Rich Rollins. Once we get the card to come apart. And here's Rich Rollins. On deck, Solio Virales. Game 2 will be Koufax versus Cott. Rich Rollins, 249, 5 homers, 1 triple, and 22 doubles. Drysdale looking for a complete game shutout. The pitch to Rollins from DD, Don Drysdale. 3-2. How do you do? 3-2. Fly ball to left. Hit fairly well, but not well enough. Making the catch in left field is Lou Johnson. So Rollins flies out to Johnson. One down. Top of the order, Zolio Virales, 0 for 3. He has struck out once. Drysdale works quickly to Zolio. 4-8. 4-8. Ground ball to second base. The second baseman is Lefevre. He's a 3 defender, and that's an 18. So a 3 and an 18. We re-roll the 20-sided die again. And that's a 1. 3-1, and that's a single. So Zolio Virales is now 1 for 4, only the 3rd hit. As Lefevre made a dive for it, but it goes into right center field. So Zolio Virales is on. And here's Sandy Valdespino. He is 0 for 3. Only had 1 homer in 65. The pitch to Valdespino. Drysdale deals a 4-8. 4-8. Ground ball to second again, Jimmy Lefevre. And this is an 18. That's going to be a reroll. So he's a 3 and an 18. That's a reroll. And he didn't favor well with the reroll last time. And that's a 16. So 3-16. With no runners on. 4. So he's going to make the play. Let's see what 4 is. If no runners are forced, runners hold. With 1 or more runners forced, batter is safe. Disregard the previous result. Other runners. All right, so they get the lead runner, Zolio Virales. They can't turn 2, though. The game, as Virales goes hard into Maury Wills. So Valdespino reaches on the fielder's choice, 4-6. 2 outs. Valdespino takes over at first. for Versalis, excuse me. And here comes Tony Oliva. He is 0 for 3. Drysdale 1 out away from a 3-hit shutout. Here's the pitch to Tony O. Oliva's dealt 5s across the board. That's a 5-10. 5-10 fly ball to center field. Davis is a 2, and that's a 6. This should be the ball game, folks. 2-6. Davis is there. He makes the catch, and the Dodgers reverse history. They take game 1 in our retro replay. 5-0. Don Drysdale, player of the game, goes 9 innings. Gives up only 3 hits. And he struck out, I believe it was 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He walked none. So only 3 hits, 0 runs, 7 Ks. He's the winning pitcher. Mudcat Grant struggled in the first 3 innings. He gave up 3 in the first, and then solo digits in the second and the third. Then he settled in. Al Worthington would relieve him. Worthington pitched 3 scoreless innings. So the Twins' pitching did settle in, but to no avail. They lose game 1, 5-0. So Dodgers lead the series 1-0. Again, in reality, let's go to reality check. The Dodgers lost game 1 8-2. It was Mudcat Grant who went the distance. This time it's Don Drysdale who goes the distance. And he wins 5-0. All right, so I hope you enjoyed that. When next we come back, it'll be game 2. And it'll be Koufax versus Cott. And we do have the starting lineups. We just don't have all of the actual players using the basic set that I have. So I'd like to say thank you to the gentleman who joined me at the ballpark, Walter. Thank you very much. The original Grognard. Check out that wonderful military strategy channel. And Captain Carl 8. Thank you. Till next time, health and happiness. Take care. Bye-bye. God bless. And join us for game 2. Peace!